Hello, everyone. Okay, so again, happy January 2025. All right, so we're going to jump right into the vision that was provided for me. And as you know, this is going to be an energetic update for no other than Drake. Yes, today it just happens to be Drake of all visions. So, shout out to all the Drake fans out there. Before we begin, I just want to say welcome back to my channel. And for those that are new, I am one to be brought from spirit to astral travel to many certain celebrities and their energies and environments that may require divine intervention. During this process, they will either show or reveal engaging energies that could be occurring behind the scenes to bring awareness, not only for myself, but to whom I share it with. So, yeah, let us begin. In this particular astral traveling experience, I immediately was brought to a set of traffic lights. The surroundings seemed to be, I remember palm trees. I remember just seeing like a lot of palm trees. It was beautiful weather, no sights of snow or Canadian weather, mind you. But anyway, having said, it was as though I was like approaching this set of lights, and it was a red set of lights. So of course we had to come to a full stop. And I remember just sitting in the rear of this SUV, and I look to my right, and sure enough, who pulls up? Mr. Drake himself. And it was almost as though there was an instant connection, whether we were platonic, friends of some sort, but there was some sort of attraction happening there. And me being this person to whom I guess Drake admired, definitely looked over and was nudging me to get out of the vehicle. So I immediately got out of the back. It was actually the back seat, but on the far left. And so I went around the vehicle because, again, it was the red light in front of us. And so we're just waiting in the process. But as I came around the vehicle, I remember acknowledging him. Sorry, I made notes, so I have to make sure I'm following it. So as I went around the vehicle, I noticed him coming out of the vehicle, and he was pulling out. He was just like, wait. He went out to the back of his vehicle and brought out some sort of blanket. It was like some satin blanket of some sort. So yes, it is very much symbolic. However, he gave it to me. I ended up putting it in my vehicle at the back of the SUV and didn't quite question it, but I can see that he was very like sexual, if I can say that, and just very flirtatious. And he was like he was flirting with me, and I was like, oh my goodness. Next you know, I seen the red light turn green. Now, as soon as that occurred, it was almost as though like, oh, that we had this rush to, we need to go, right, and proceed. And just as we acknowledged the red light turning green at this point, we had oncoming traffic as if we were parked towards like a one-way. So strange. And then this hearse was going to collide, like go on head. It was like a head-on collision with Drake's vehicle. And as he basically as this hearse was coming towards the vehicle, it realized, we were parked. So it went around Drake's vehicle very, very, very slowly. It was all black, very dark energy, and it was going very slow. And then all of a sudden, it was like I rushed into my vehicle, so did he, and then I awoke. I then got out of the vision, and it left me very like, what did that exactly mean, right? So upon exiting the scene, it did take me a while to envision what it would be like to symbolically break down what this vision was gifted. Oh yeah, I have to also, I almost left this out, but it's as though when I was exiting the scene, they actually took me to an environment to where I got attacked by sexual predators. Oh, I couldn't leave that out. I just remembered. It came back to me and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So now we're going to break down the vision of what had occurred. Okay, so coming out of this awareness of being sexually kind of, how would you say, called upon, it let me know spiritually that the awareness that the energies around Drake is engulfed in succubus beings. Now, I went to go Google exactly what it means for incubus and what it truly means. And so basically, it's a demon in a male form who lies upon women with the intent of having sexual activity. So succubus is actually a thing. And you probably are aware of it with the whole P. Diddy and Epstein list, about them, taking souls of these children and really benefiting off them through torture and stuff like that. If you are following exactly what had happened there. But all of it is succubus and succubi energy that are looking to be fed, if that makes sense. So what really truly happens is when we have a lot of casual, and you will find this actually in some certain relationships where there's discord, maybe even in my line, I also help with, I help support, with infertility and wellness and well-being, right? So a lot of it is also connected to past relationships, and of course the energies that actually come and follow them through. And when they're ready to have a baby, they get married in a new relationship, but they're still holding on to those old energies and relationships, right? So this is what we're calling the succubus beings, the energy of the past relationships that now have followed you in the present moment, and then really creating chaos or discord within your relationship, or within trying to get pregnant, or even just having a genuine relationship with your new partner. Okay, so let's just get into what exactly the succubus thing actually means. Now, I'm going to educate you just a little bit more, especially, like I said, for those to whom need to analyze their own energies, okay? So when we have a lot of casual intercourse or disconnected sex, we attract underworld entities, which again is called sexual succubi. Okay? Write it down. Get educated. So important, especially in nowadays, okay? These sexual succubus spirits attach to a person's energetic field, which radiates quite far. So whenever you're out in the public, whether you're in a concert or in a mall, anywhere there might be a lot of people, just know that you are bumping into other people's energetic fields, which just may hold on to, again, these succubus energies that you may not be aware of. It could cling to you, and then things start to happen, which creates discord and so on and so forth. But as I was saying, it actually attaches to the person's energetic field with these suction light appendages. They use them as a feeding vessel by way of all the darkness and energetic distortions they take into their being through misaligned sexual encounters. Okay, so now you're thinking. Think back, reflect on your own experiences, if you will. And then also, or what I mentioned about the Hollywood celebrities and things like that. You notice that they are not always with just one person, correct? Yeah. And if so, it's very rare. And then even that, we don't even know if that's even like genuine. So anyway, having said, let's just get focused back on us, on our own energies, shall we? Now, how does it thrive? Well, these succubi attaches to your sexual glands while infecting the mind of the host, leaving them with guilt and shame and attracting more darkness in our lower frequencies and lower chakras, right? Where it accumulates, creating more guilt and even more shame with every sexual act. Yes. So it's just like it keeps spiraling. And in fact, it gets so much so that it builds up to where you yourself can be infected mentally, where you're going to be off guard. You just don't know whether or not you're coming or going. You could be hearing voices. You could be hearing all kinds of things. You might be paranoid. You just feel gross. You feel icky, and you just feel like you need a cleanse, but you don't know it's energetic. So hopefully this is helping you understand exactly what is going on here. Okay, so now to continue, I am going to ask you a question. How many of you have ever signed up on a dating app or had possibly arranged for an outing to meet and greet somebody? Okay, now just remember what we just had shared, okay? And you have to energetically go within to see what exactly is going on between you and the person. If it's a fling, then it's a fling. Again, it's discorded interactions. So don't think or feel that it's going to be turning into something that's serious unless you both get an energetic clearing and cleansing in that area. Or you can learn to do it yourself with a spirit hack that I'm about to share, or will or could share if it's something that is interesting to you. Just let me know, comment down below. So now moving on, we're going to talk about emotions, because it's going to affect our emotions as well. The emotional body, right? So yes. Okay, so as I was saying, hopefully I don't get disturbed this time. These emotions, which are tools of darkness, signal that the subconscious mind to manifest disease and illness, because we feel, like I said, we feel kind of disgusted maybe, or we feel punished with guilt and shame, whatever it may be. Just know, and please note, that the sexual succubus is the origin point for all sexually transmitted diseases. Yes. So it's super common for unconsciously sexual interactions to occur because we're clueless about energy and how we ourselves are energetic beings, right? So because these underworld creatures are the source of so much discord and so much destructive behavior, it basically creates a physical disease within us. It is very important to clear your sacral chakra of any sexual succubi and underworld spirits on the regular, because if you don't, it will draw in as parasites and pathogens and leaving an energetic invasion of imprints within the body. So it's so important to do a sacral scrub, and I actually do that through my sessions, which is in the link in the bio. Or I can, if you want, you can let me know if you're interested in doing a spiritual hack to do, and I can create a clip just actually describing exactly what to do and how you can do it yourself. So go ahead and send me a comment if it will be of interest to you. No problem there. So now getting back to the Drake vision, I just wanted to make you aware and educate you on just that alone. So now for the woman fans of Drake, it's important to be careful when you engage with anyone from Hollywood, your celebrities, singers, actors, you name it, because they all know about this spiritual background. And they themselves actually benefit off us, our energies of light. If we have light, they want that so that they can co-create more ideas and things like that. So it's almost like an energetic, beneficial energy for them, and that's even through the screen, right? So if you're following a certain celebrity, just know that you're interacting with their energies. And so when we talk about Drake, we're talking about the release in his music. So the frequencies in the music, they have, demonic energies, entities. If we're talking about those who basically sold their soul, are in this lower frequency already, and so the only way they can benefit, as I said, is through our energy, ourselves, and then we kind of bump them up, we support them, or supporting the lower frequencies, and then it lowers our frequencies, and so it's not an ongoing thing here. So just FYI, be more cautious, especially if you have teenagers listening to Drake. Make sure that you're doing an energetic cleanse with them, or make them aware of the certain frequencies that are in concerts, or in the music basically that they're listening to. Hopefully this makes sense. Okay, so back to the vision. I'm going to address the hearse energies once and for all. And so I feel it symbolizes more of a time of limit, of death, of old habits for Drake himself. And so, yes, a particular position that has outlived its usefulness. Basically, it's now time for Drake to step up, energetically speaking, and to make the necessary changes of kicking old habits. Yes, so in this case, because the hearse was addressing and going around Drake's path, it denotes a bitter enemy to overcome as he gets more exposed to the light. So the main focus that this vision had brought, just based on his appearance, and then how he was relating to me, and then how I was spiritually not really attacked per se, but to a certain extent, that was very sexual, encounters of some sort. It lets me know that he in fact is a womanizer. So anyone who has ever been accompanied, entangled with Drake, I'm sure can relate to this clip. But he's very much a womanizer, and yes, he is infused with what Spirit had shared, succubus energies. So for those to whom are fans of Drake, like I've mentioned, it's so important to do an energetic cleanse. A sacral scrub would be very ideal, and again, I provide these sort of connections, sessions, if you will, but if this interests you, I can definitely do a clip alone, describing exactly what a sacral scrub looks like and how you can implement it in your regular daily life. But just some awareness there. Also, to expect some sort with Drake himself. you may want to have a look as to how he may be approached by the universe, of a death and a rebirth in the spiritual realm. Meaning, if for 2025, will he definitely make that change, or those changes that are being required from him in order to evolve as a spiritual being? Okay. But anyway, that's basically it. I just wanted to make sure that I bring this forward and the awareness is there. I didn't think we were going to go this long for this specific clip, but hopefully it has enlightened you on a spiritual level, brought you some awareness, helped you evolve a little bit more. And if so, please subscribe, press like, leave a comment. But until next time, who do we have next? We have DJ Khaled. Ooh, wonder what's going on in his world behind the scenes from Spirit. Yes. Until next time, guys, choose peace and love.